G'day folks, Tony again here for more Let's Play The Flame and the Flood. So dear viewer, you'll be pleased to know that when I concluded recording the previous episode, it very kindly told me as I emerged from the bus that saving is not allowed. So I'm very glad that I saw that. We're going to have to trundle straight on into trying to take down this bear. So let's start our preparations by trying to move this snake so it's kind of going to be up here with all the other snakes. Because it would be nice to have them around and maybe they would help us in our fight with the bear, but I suspect all that would end up happening is I would end up running into them and making a goose of myself and then being dead. So that should be the end of using the torch. And those three snakes are now safely out of the way. I'm also going to assume that to take down this bear, we might just need ourselves a whole bunch of spear traps. So I'm going to try and make them in a straight line, so that if the bear's chasing us, we can just try and keep that bear rolling. Because I imagine that it's going to take more than one of these things to bring it down. I do remember that large pig that we weren't quite able to kill got hit by a spear trap and wasn't dead yet. So I don't know if 6 is overkill, but I know I can pick these things up and deploy them again later at least once, and I'm happy to do that if it means that that I'm not trying to frantically set up traps at some other point in time. I also don't know whether tainted bait is going to work on a bear. Certainly if a bear's enraged, probably isn't going to make any difference at all. But that is something to keep in mind, as well as the arrows that we have. It's entirely possible that given all of this prolonged setup, I've made a bunch of assumptions about how the bear's going to behave that are completely incorrect, and this is going to end up being utterly useless. But I guess from your perspective, dear viewer, one way or the other, this will hopefully be entertaining for you. All right. Is there anything else we need to do to prepare? I don't want to be getting hungry warnings while we're in the middle of combat. So we'll sort that out. And we now have ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inconspicuous spear traps set up. Let's just get straight to it, shall we? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Hello? What? What? Is it asleep? What's happening? Are there more goodies I can loot while we wait? Interesting. Right. Now, okay, let's think about this. I can't see any rational reason. This doesn't look like a gate that can close, so I don't see any sort of rational or logical reason as to why the game is going to shut that that gate on me if and when this bear wakes up. But if that does happen, I guess we can all just laugh ourselves sick. Check note. Maybe checking this note will wake up the bear. I bear unfortunate tidings, friends. Rockets are dead. Ain't no way off this world. Not no more. No use crying about it neither. There's a place for you. The kingdom offers salvation for all left behind. Head south to the sea. That's what you'll find. Okay, cool. New goal, the kingdom. Sure. But what's the deal with the bear? How do I... How do I do this? What do I do? Do I have to shoot you with an arrow to wake you up? That seems unwise, but I mean, I'll do it. Oh, this doesn't seem like a... This does not seem like a good idea. Hi. Go on then. Yeah, I'm right here. Are we doing this or not? Aesop, look out. Why are you only roaring at me? I mean, I can shoot you again, if that's what you want. This does not seem to be the way that things are supposed to go. Okay. That was definitely rather anticlimactic. I don't really know what to say. I'm going to go and collect my spear traps now. Was I supposed to go that way? Is that the way that I continue? Do I go back? I mean, I guess I go back to the raft. Was that an optional bear fight? That's a very strange phrase to say out loud. Let's see what's happening here. Wait, he's not sitting on the top of that roof anymore. Oh look, aren't you just the nicest person? Thanks, Quincy Collie. Look who's here. Knew you had sand. Even took the liberty of patching up your raft. Find what you were after? Found this note mentions the kingdom or only varmints. What do you reckon this place? Okay. Found this note mentions the kingdom? That old cock and bull story. Not the sort of thing I put much stock in. Tall tale, I'll wager. Helps folks sleep at night to think there's a better life. A better life? Supposed to be some place where the people are still living, being decent to each other. Plenty of food to go round. Nobody sick or prone to fractiousness. Might far-fetched, you ask me. Don't buy none of it. Rather stay put here. Lead a simple life. Reckon it's worth a look, or noted still, I'll take my chances. Noted still, I'll take my chances. Suit yourself. Stay as long as you want, though. Always nice to have a pup around. Lost mine ages back. Still miss her something fierce. Best be on my way. Thanks, Quincy Collie. And we're back in some more rapids. This would be an inauspicious time to crash and die. Although it does look like Quincy Collie, in addition to putting the raft physically back together at all, has also restored it to full hit points, which is very nice. Cold Spring Valley, desolate wasteland, occasional camps and churches. Ugh. And this is zone 8 of 10, very well. Perhaps not a lot of places for us to rest our weary head anymore. I don't like the feel of these rapids. I'm going to try and stay out of them as much as I can. Scoot on down the left side here. So with the option of church or wilderness, I'm definitely going to go with church. Although at this exact point in time, I think I'm actually going to go with neither, because I don't think we need any of them right now. Slow, quiet, meandering. So what do we really have as pressure on ourselves? It is dreadfully cold right now by the looks of it. Loot. Loot. Thank you very much. It's dreadfully cold. And our raft has a finite number of hit points that will run out if we keep running into things. I have some bear hide right now, but I'm not sure what I can do with it. I have some tainted bait that I could use to be trying to lure out some more wolves and get some warmer clothes. Let's pull up here at the marina. Rust Water Station again. Right, what do we got? What do we need? Don't need to do any repairs. A stove. We need frameworks and schematics and a bit of hardware. So if we can make any framework, we'll do that. If we can make any hardware, we'll do that. Raft frame we can make a couple of. And that won't go astray. Have a reasonable amount of food here. Nice to make a fire. Do we have any water to drink at this point? We do. Excellent. And we're not in need of any sleep right now. And we certainly don't need to grab any gas. We have tons of it and we haven't used much at all. Right. One hardware, one framework, some schematics. We can only really find schematics out and about in the world. So perhaps that is what we should be looking for right now. But I don't know how many places, like petrol stations or what have you, are going to be around. So with that being the case, I guess we can just kind of meander our way through this section of the world. Some fairly pleasant travelling music happening here. And really not a lot of locations visible at this point in time. The river's definitely getting tighter and more difficult to maneuver. I imagine if we hadn't managed to upgrade so much of our raft, it would be pretty much impossible to get through those sections without constantly crashing into things and dying. Let's pay a visit to this church. The Respite of Caesar. Good shelter often has rags, stitching kits, and alcohol. Weren't kidding about the desert thing. This is indeed a wasteland. That is a substantial visual change. And this absolutely feels like snake territory, so the fact that I'm seeing snakes around here does not surprise me. A bear. Let's not. Is there an NPC here, or is that just a church with brambles growing all over it? What have we got? Snakes, a wolf. Whereabouts can we go to? There's always snakes around, aren't there? That wolf is eating at the moment. Oh, there are multiple wolves. There they are, hiding behind that building. No, seriously, clear out. What? That didn't go well. No bandages in bag. Let's see if we can solve that. There are plenty of things to solve that. Oh good, it let me choose. I was a bit worried there for a moment. Laceration cured. Alright. Every time, Tony. Every time. What else do we have that we can use on these? Look, we've got 4 tainted bait. That's more or less going to have to be part of it. So here's one for you. That's it. And here's another for you. Oh, good, you came over. Because guess what? I also have one for you. Let's hope I get a couple of those back like I did last time. And just like that, we have ourselves some more wolf hide. And some more meat to turn into more tainted meat if we find any devil's trumpet. But I don't know if devil's trumpet grows in these kinds of locations. We just found a pouch. Stitching kit, all right. Is that something I can pick up? No, it is not. Stay away from those snakes. Far away from those snakes. They seem to have zero interest in biting Aesop. I'm not sure that's entirely accurate. I guess one of the wolves killed that rabbit. That's the bear, which we do not want to mess with. I've already taken out one bear so far in this episode. I think don't really feel like pushing my luck. Is that a sapling? It is. Well spotted, me. I do, however, want to check and see how many leather kits we have, because I don't think it's a lot. So many things. So many things in the inventory now. Tainted bait is low. I would really like to have some more of that. Yeah. Rabbit hide. So my calculation at the moment is it worth making some snares? To try and take out those rabbits so that I can potentially have more leather kits. I'm wearing 3 wolf things and 2 boar things. So for boar gloves and boots, what do I need? Sorry, for wolf gloves and boots. A leather kit. It's really just 2 leather kits that I need. And to make bear anything, I need a leather kit. It's kind of 1 bear hide per thing. Okay. I don't know how tough it is to build a bear, and I'm not having dramatic problems with being too cold yet. So I'm saying that that a bear fight is not really worth it in terms of risk reward at this stage. Do want to keep an eye on that hunger meter and that thirst meter though. I think there's a shopping trolley we can loot over here. Yes, there is. Thank you very much. Corn, you don't say. Haven't seen that for a while. For a very long while. I believe that was one of the things that we need to make ash cake. So keep that in mind if we end up doing some more cooking at some stage. Just going to follow my tendency to try and avoid rapid areas when I can. Whoops, that was very unintentional. Getting tighter and tighter bottlenecks here to move through. And just wilderness zones absolutely everywhere. But it doesn't look like any places where we might be able to find raft schematics lying around. We're just going to meander past that past that marina. Going to try and be tricky and scooch over this way. It's very quiet, especially when I'm not talking. I'm failing in my responsibilities as a, as a Let's Play host. Although, whenever I've tried to say something now, I keep running into things. So maybe I just need to stay quiet. I don't like where that bundle of logs is headed right there. Something to loot though. That's always a plus. Penicillin score. Another church area. Some more wilderness. No real pressing needs right now, so we might just keep on going. Jerky, nice. What I'd really like... Ooh, that was close. What I'd really, really like is to find somewhere that's likely to give us some raft schematics. And I have a feeling that this particular part of the game is not going to give that to us. Oops. Oh no. Here it begins. Some very strange things happening there in terms of where the currents were steering me. That did not feel intuitive on the stick in any way. Much like I imagine being in a real set of rapids would be. I'm going mighty quiet here. This is probably the most intense burst of concentration I've had to do for a while. All right, I see a marina. We're going to head towards that so that we can repair more than anything else, because we took a few heavy hits there as we were moving through those rapids. And I certainly don't want to lose the game because I hit too many things. Much rather go down in a blaze of glory. I'm not quite sure what that means in the context of this game. Do I have enough things to... Don't even have enough things to repair. Oh, no. That was a bit anticlimactic. Do I seriously have no lumber? What am I doing? I'm in the wrong screen. I do not appear to have any. That is interesting. Where am I likely to find old lumber? We might have to make a stop at a church or the like. Here's one that we prepared earlier. Don't know if we're going to make it there, but we'll find out. It's not worth spending fuel to get there. It's fine. So we just continue our sojourn. I'm shuddering to imagine how difficult some of this maneuvering would be with a raft that didn't have a rudder. Okay, we have ourselves a church. Let's try and make sure we get there. Looking promising so far, folks. Nice. Okay. And I just heard a pig noise. Eyes peeled as much as possible for old lumber. Although, given how desolate everything is, I really don't know how that's going to work. Aesop just running through brambles with impunity. Shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Oh, a pig taking on a bear. That doesn't seem wise. What are you doing, you fool? Does that mean the bear is now stirred up and is going to come charging over to me? No, it does not. All right, good. This pleases me. So the game seems to be giving me a number of opportunities to try and fight a bear. It seems absolutely adamant that I have as many possible opportunities as I can to fight bears. Now, seeing as that previous bear encounter that we had resulted in the bear getting stuck, I think, in their cave and not moving, we do, however, know that the bear took 4 arrows. Aha! That the bear took 4 arrows to kill. At the moment, I only have 1 arrow. That was also a bear that was standing completely still and not charging at me. So what I don't know is if 1 arrow is the equivalent of 1 spear trap, or if that exchange is a little bit different. But there doesn't appear to be a lot else around. I'm also wondering if the bear's cave is something that I can loot. So there's likely to be a bunch of goodies and stuff in there that we need. Although that also feels like it kind of makes sense in a designy kind of way. Yeah. However, whether we choose to fight the bear or not is kind of besides the point, because that's more or less all we have time for this episode. I just remembered that I scared a whole bunch of ravens away, so I'm picking up feathers. So thank you very much for watching, dear viewer. Much appreciated. Please feel free to like, comment, or better yet, subscribe to the channel below. And as always, you can reach out to me personally on Twitter at Kalinscald. That's KALINSKALD. Thank you very much for watching, and come back soon for more Let's Play The Flame in the Flood.